Good morning, friends. I'm Dewey, and my Tech Talk topic for today is inkjet printers that some are south and photo scanners. In the 20-minute question and answer session after last Monday's Tech for Seniors meeting, a question was asked about printers. If I recall correctly, it was a lady needing a recommendation for an inkjet printer for their southern or southwestern wintering place. I didn't have the opportunity then to jump in with my 2 cents worth, so I'd like to share my thoughts and admittedly strong opinions with you now. I'll confine this part of my presentation to inkjet printers that print with both black and colored ink, which is probably the most common choice for home standalone printers and all-in-ones. Those are the types that can copy and scan. Now, this next point is so important, I put it in yellow. From a printer cartridge point of view, it's important to know that there are 2 very different types of inkjet printers. One, those with built-in printheads, which use inkwell type carts, and 2, those without printheads, which use cartridges that have printheads built in. They're sometimes called integrated carts. Snowbirds who have a printer with built-in printheads and inkwell type carts often run into problems because summer heat and non-use can take its toll on the printer's printheads, causing them to dry up and harden. And that ain't fun. On the other hand, snowbirds with an inkjet printer using integrated printheads aren't affected by summer heat and non-use if they remove the carts from the printer and take them back home in a Ziploc bag or a sealed jar. I've been doing this for a dozen years with no problems at all. A couple of related points. When you buy new integrated carts, they come with a plastic clip designed to protect the cartridge heads when the carts aren't in use, including when you take the carts back home in that Ziploc bag and store them in your refrigerator over the summer. Also, if you can manage to have a printer back home that uses the same black and color carts as your snowbird printer, you can just share the same set of carts between locations. Again, I've done this since 2009 with no problems. To be honest, integrated carts are not without problems, but they're easier to fix and work with and way less expensive to fix than replacing an inkwell type printer because its heads are hopelessly dried up. Integrated cartridges that fail, whether OEM or from an aftermarket supplier, are usually replaced at no charge. By the way, I've used aftermarket remanufactured carts for years with high quality results, even for printing photos. Unfortunately, I need to tell you that it's become more difficult to find inkjet printers and all-in-ones with integrated printheads. In my opinion, it's probably because printer manufacturers make more money selling the more frequently replaced printers with built-in printheads and inkwell type carts. Happily, especially if they're stored down south, of course. Happily, manufacturers like Brother, Hewlett-Packard, Canon, Epson, Lexmark, Xerox, and Dell still carry a few models of printers that require carts with integrated printheads. There's another difference between inkwell type carts and integrated carts that with the built-in printheads. Inkwell type carts are pretty much simple containers holding ink. Integrated carts, by comparison, contain sophisticated electrical and electronic circuitry that transfers complex information from your computer or device through terminals in the printer to terminals on the very smart cartridge. The photo at right shows a black ink and a tricolor ink integrated cartridge resting on their respective clips. That's the little black part sticking up. On the back side of each cartridge to the left is the electrical terminal strip that has about 35 terminals that interface with terminals in the printer. Those are the little gold dots you see. The terminals are also used to transmit information about printhead conditions and or problems, ink levels, and other proprietary information. The silver-colored rectangular strip at the bottom of each cartridge, that's toward the right, is the cart's printhead. Accessibility, because you can take it out of the printer, allows the heads to be easily cleaned. The quality of printing using integrated printer carts is excellent, essentially the same as a printer with heads. In fact, both John and I have won prizes in photo contests with beautiful glossy photos printed by our inexpensive HP 6900 series printers using carts like the ones you've just seen. The remanufactured carts I use cost about 1/3 the cost of Hewlett-Packard carts and come from LD Products, see the ldproducts.com, in California. Despite occasional problems with their carts, exceptional customer service at LD Products makes up for the problems. Regarding all-in-one printers with scanners, I've never owned one for this reason. Though the printer may be as good as any other standalone printer, the scanner function is simple, basic, and mainly intended for documents and not photographs. I personally prefer the much higher resolution photo scanner that can scan everything in super high quality. I have an old Epson Perfection 4490 flatbed scanner that I use almost daily. Its tasks range from being a high quality photocopier to doing magnificent quality photo, film, and slide digitizing. To demonstrate a photo scanner's capability, here's a photo I just scanned from an old 2-inch by 2-inch Ektachrome slide. Remember Ektachrome? That was a long time ago. I snapped this at the 1962 World's Fair in Seattle. I always thought it was a kind of pretty picture. Well, that about does it for my rant on inkjet printers and photo scanners. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat and I'll do my best to address them. Meanwhile, there's a food fight-like dispute going on between Amazon's YouTube TV and Roku that could end up depriving YouTube subscribers like me from accessing it on Roku streaming devices and Roku TVs. I'll keep you posted next week if it hasn't been resolved. Well, that's my Tech Talk story for today, and I'm sticking with it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a great day.